Right, guys. So this is not breaking news to me. This might be breaking news to a lot of other people, but it's not breaking news to me because it doesn't matter what people opinions about Diddy is. You have to know how the legal system works. So again, I've been saying that Diddy is eligible for the REDAP program. Once he completes that, that takes time off of his sentence, and he's also eligible for the First Step program, which he only have to do 50% of his sentence. And then when he complete the residential drug treatment program, that takes more time off of his sentence. So therefore, the calculated release date is this August of 2026. I know people keep saying 2028. That's not it, folks. Let me let you hear this really quickly, and I'll come back with my commentary. While standard internet commentators are staring at the generic unadjusted dates listed on the main Federal Bureau of Prisons portal, the legal sleuths and industry insiders know that the system baseline calendar never reflects the true back end math. Behind closed doors, the 56-year-old Bad Boy Records architect has already calculated his administrative eligibility, and we learn he officially informed his family, close friends, and former Flame Young Miami, born Carisha Brownlee, that his projected release date lands on August 7th, 2026. Diddy's legal team has been working overtime behind the scenes to maximize every single administrative loophole available by maintaining pristine behavior, working in the chapel library, and successfully completing the intensive residential drug abuse program called REDAP. Diddy has locked in eligibility for the full 12-month reduction. When you stack on those programming credits on top of his standard First Step Act good conduct time, pre-trial credits, and his mandatory eligibility to spend the final 10% of his remaining sentence in a residential halfway house or home confinement, the real world calendar completely shifts. The actual mathematical calculations bring his active prison exit right to the first week of August, clearing the runway for him to transform back into real world sooner than general public ever anticipated. All right, guys. So you heard that. So how this breaks down. So Diddy received his time that he had to do behind bars, correct? But he's eligible for the REDAP program, the residential drug treatment program, right? Once he completes that, 12 months shaved off. But he's also eligible for the First Step Act, which he only had to do 50% of the remaining time. So with that being said, he will be out this August. I know people keep saying 2028, and it doesn't matter what people are saying, guys. The best thing is do your own research. Do your own research. It's right there in black and white. But people keep saying, oh, he's eligible for get out in 2029, 2028. Guys, that's not true. This is all for if anybody is eligible for the REDAP program and the First Step program, it's eligible for people. It's there for everybody that's eligible. Okay. That's why I keep telling people go into the law library, purchase the Black's Law Dictionary, learn your state constitution, learn your federal constitution, learn your rights. But the crazy part about it is people only believe vloggers that has the most views. That's where people get their information from now. And a few people are going to lead you astray and you're not really going to learn. With all this information at our fingertips, you would think people will be more well learned than they are right now. And that's actually not true. For people like me that like to do research, our phones are gold mines. We don't have to go to the library anymore. We have the library on our phones, but you have to read though. You have to read what's in the literature. You have to read it, and you just can't go off of what a YouTuber is saying. You just can't do that. You actually have to actually do the research, and once you do the research, the knowledge will set you free. Okay. So Diddy, yes, Diddy is prepared to come home soon. He's prepared to come home soon, and that's just what it is. And people keep saying, well, he got this new case. Oh, this other case is coming. God saying, come on, man. Do your own research, man. But see, you thinking he has another case because some YouTuber said it, correct? But you didn't do the research on your own. So this is not breaking news to me. In fact, people know that I went live and I told people that he's coming home this year. He's coming home. He only got to do less than a year in prison. I said a year. I said at best he got to do a year from the date he got sentenced. He got to do a year. And people say, "Are you serious?" Yeah, just a little over a year. And I calculated he'll be home. Diddy is not going to get any trouble behind bars. He's too high profile. Okay, for number one, he's too high profile. They have to protect him in there. And he was at FCI Fort Dix. So it doesn't matter what your local YouTuber says, especially if it's okay to listen to certain YouTubers, but the ones that actually do the research though and don't have an agenda. Do the actual research without having an agenda, and you're gonna see that he's gonna get out. But you know what else they're gonna say? Oh, he's gonna go right back in. He has another case. No, he does not. No, he does not. All these cases are falling by the wayside. They are. He beat the major charge. That major charge was the running a criminal enterprise. He beat it. But the problem is, here's the problem. The problem is, I believe he received too much time anyway for the Mann Act charges. I know you're saying, well, no, he didn't, Max, because he only been in there a year and he's about to get out. No, he still have to be on parole for a certain amount of years, and that's just too much. And I know people are saying, well, Max, I thought you said he was going to get the pardon. I thought you said he was going to get the pardon. It don't matter. I knew he was getting out anyway, so it don't matter. I mean, but a pardon would have been nice though, because then he wouldn't have to be on paperwork. So that's all I wanted to say, man. But keep listening to your YouTubers that are leading you astray. Just keep listening to them. It's all good, man. I'm just here to bring the news, and that's pretty much it. I'm doing the same thing TMZ doing, but at a different level. The same thing CNN is doing, the same thing Fox News is doing, the same thing TMZ is doing, but I'm just doing it at my level. But I do research just like they do. And a pardon was on the table. And they never said that he took the pardon off the table. They never said that. He just didn't pardon him yet. But the pardon is still on the table. But people say, I thought you said he was going to get pardoned. I thought so too. But the part is still there. But at any time, at the stroke of a pen, he could pardon him. But as of right now, he's getting out anyway. So he's getting out. He only got to do another month and he'll be out. And I've heard rumors that he's going to be on Carisha Spin That Remix. I don't know, to make his comeback. But I think he's going to do something in the entertainment industry. And let me tell you this. What is he going to go by the wayside and that's it? No, he's going to come out and be right back in the industry because he didn't tell on anybody. You got to think about that. He faced this case alone. He didn't tell on anybody. Nobody. Okay. Now, will some people still come around them? Of course they will. Of course they will. They will. And I know people saying, well, is he going to get canceled? Canceled for what? He didn't tell on anybody, which he could have. I'm pretty sure he could have. He actually faced some serious charges by himself and he remained silent. Okay. He didn't say anything. He didn't get on the stand. He didn't give up any secrets on anybody. He didn't do any of that. And a lot of people lied too. I remember you guys. You know, where's all the videos that you guys said that you had? Where are the videos at? Where are the stories about the kids? Where is that? Okay. But, you know, sometime, guys, the lie is more entertaining than the truth. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Take care.